Lesko, is there a place to get free passport renewal? I think that's old. I don't know anything. I mean, I think you could crowdfund on it. Yep. I don't know a grant that says, free passport renewal. But I would call. Let's see, no one's there, so I won't talk yet. Hello, good sir. I don't know if I'm a good sir. Some kind of sir, I guess. I slur a lot, not sir a lot, but I'm waiting for another one to get on. Oh, wow. Periscope folks are really busy this time of year. I mean, you're really better than my YouTube folks, and they're usually pretty good. Pretty good. Hi. Oh, Katie. Boy, what are you doing up so early? Isn't it early out there? Oh, aren't you driving, Naima? Boy, what do you do at home? Well, you got two kids. I understand. It has to be that way. No other shortcut. Well, I really want to cover all the stuff, which may be a promotion in a little bit about. Well, God, I can't get on Facebook is having trouble here. Why is that? Starting this video, but it's not starting. Good afternoon. Yes, it is a good afternoon. I'm downtown Washington, D.C. today. 10:30 a.m. Ha ha ha. No excuse to sleep late. Well, you should find one. That's what we need, no excuse. Good morning. Hi, I know. Well, actually, God, we've been having a great time down in D.C. for some reason. I don't know what's going on in our psyches or whatever, but it feels like Sunday morning. What's that song? Groove In? No, that's in the Sunday afternoon, or maybe that's the one I'm looking for. But let's see. Oh, why is my Wi-Fi not working well here? Maybe it doesn't like too many things on. I can't get on. Low power? No, come on. Now, if YouTube goes out, I'm going to go right back on. I may have trouble. I'm going to have to do this, stay live. Let's try again. I'm having trouble on Facebook. It won't get me on there. Oh, I wonder if my Wi-Fi isn't strong enough down here. At home, I got Vios, and that's already. And we have an apartment in D.C., and I think it's Comcast, and I don't get as good Wi-Fi down here as I do up there, and I bet that's the problem. I think on YouTube and on Periscope, I have I'm not using Wi-Fi. I'm using direct TV. I mean direct, the phone lines. So it's using that Wi-Fi. Boy, this is terrible. Why can't I get on there? Gosh, Wi-Fi. Come on, baby. God. Well, I'm gonna try. Well, let's see. I'm gonna try another thing on Facebook. If you guys bear with me or come back in a minute or two, whatever. Because maybe I get here. Yeah, it's just not working on. Let's see. Wow, come on. Come on, make it have a starting line. God darn, it's not doing it. Okay, let me go and get on. Maybe if I get on my hotspot from my phone is better than Comcast here. See, that's what I'm curious about. If that's a lot better. Oh, we're losing people in. Somewhere, let's see, get that hotspot on. Where's your hotspot? Hotspot. Cellular, no SIM card. I understand that. Oh, I see. No, I see. Wait, let's see. Wi-Fi. Oh, maybe that's it. Not connected. That's my problem. That's my problem. Okay. I'm a dumbass old guy. Gotta find Motorola. Okay. Oh, sweetie, where's that password? It's in that drawer. I gotta get the password. I mean, it's a big old thing.
think I got it. No, it is.
That's a few cards here. So.
That's it.
Okay, good, thanks. Okay, yeah, my phone was looking for the Wi-Fi, but I wasn't on the Wi-Fi because I don't have the bloody password in this phone. Oh, no, you want to steal my password? 5, then EC, 98, and then ECE, God, this is torture, I'm sorry, guys. 6, B, 9, D, then 5, 6, 1, 8, C, 4, A, 7. Join. You think it's gonna work? Ooh, help, 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 help. Please, 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 baby. Please. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Oh, okay. Now, let's see if we get on here. Boy, it's always something. I guess it's my fault for having too many screens, right? So I got no one to blame but me. Okay, now what? Naima, see how old guys can't do anything right? That's why I got to learn from young people. Don't learn from old people. 4-step. Four steps to applying to pop-ups are terrible. To every real estate, not now, realist. Grant. In America. You happy with the tax cut, guys? Give me your thoughts about the tax cut. I'm wondering what people outside of Washington. America. Okay, then. God, this is painful, isn't it? I'm sure it's more painful for you guys. As you gotta wait till I do this. Done. Done, please work, please work. If it doesn't, well, sorry. Oh, I think we're on. Are we on now? Are you, can you hear me now? Can you see me now? Let's see if they see me now. I think we are. You know, oh, the shadow knows. Actually, when I first met my wife, she was a broadcaster too, and she was a good friend of the guy who used to be the Shadow on the radio. That's right, Lamont Cranston. And nobody else is here old enough to remember that. But I was so impressed. I think that's why I married her. She knows the Shadow. Wow. We should be calling you Dr. Lesko. We had two experts. Well, doctor, I started on a PhD program. I have an MBA in computer science, MBA in computers, and then I started on a a PhD program got accepted, and all that, because I was a computer professor, teaching people about computers at a university. And so I figured I needed a PhD, but I was starting businesses on the side. And then I said, no, higher education is sort of boring. And so was school. I always hated school. But I was really good at grad school. Is easy. Undergrad, I barely got through. I got like a 2.00001, whatever it was to graduate. Man, that's the number I had. I hated every second of that thing. That shadow nose, Ramon Cancer. Okay, before I get into the stuff on real estate, I want to cover some stuff in the news, because I know a lot of us don't watch news. Dan Meeks is watching. Wow. John Moore is watching. Bring them on camera, it says. I'm not sure how to do that. I have 3 cameras going now. It'll screw me up. I can barely. It is. You're gifted and talented. Oh, that's nice. The shadow nose. Boy. So who is the shadow nose? Where are you from? Love to know more about who knows the shadow. Many people don't. That's fine. I'm sure they'll live a nice life without it. Do you have any thoughts on net neutrality? Yes. I think eliminating it is good. It's just giving everything to people with money. And I think there's some things. I mean, it's good. That's good. Giving people money and to drive wherever to do some things is good, but not everything, because that's not everything in life isn't money. So we have to be careful, and so that's what I think. So that's what I hate about ideology, whether it's the left or the right. The left thinks, a government program will solve every problem, and that's not true. And the right says a tax cut will solve every problem, and that's not true either. So I think real life is in the middle somewhere, and we have to balance this stuff out. Maybe that's why we put one party in charge for a while. Oh God, did they screw that up? We get rid of them. We go to another one. Oh man, they screwed up. We got to get rid of them. But as a whole, I think what I like about the newspaper is that we all have our individual talents and what to do in life. And that's important. So how can we give our individual talents to the rest of the world, and make the rest of the world better, and contribute something and feel better about ourselves? I think the more we're giving in life, the better we're going to feel about life, because we're able to give more. If we're not giving anything, then we bitch and complain because we're not happy, right? You're going to bitch and complain when not happy. If you're happy, you're not bitching and complaining, right? So that's what it is. And that's why what a lot of electoral, folks who vote, is they're bitching and moaning because they're not happy. and why? Okay, see, that's why you have to look at, okay, why is this happening, and whatever. It's not just people being assholes. I mean, if people are, we all have reasons. We're all logical people, most anyway. Do you have any thoughts on net neutrality? Yeah, we should not give everything, because to me the internet's like the roads, man. So you want somebody to own all the roads, so you can't drive, you can't deliver your goods and services on the road because somebody's going to charge you money to go down the street to deliver something, because you're going to make everything to pay. No, I mean, that greases the wheels. That's what the internet highway system and not the internet highway. Yeah, it is the internet highway system. But in the 50s, when they built the interstate highway system, that encouraged transportation and moving goods and stuff. So we stimulate the economy that way. If we had it, you had to pay to go on the roads to deliver packages, man. That cuts out people, a more diversity of goods and services and competition and everything. So I think what they're doing is eliminating more competition by being able to control the price for some people versus other people. And so the more you have a level play, everybody has a shot at it. And that's what, isn't that good? This country is all about everybody having a shot. But no, only if you have money. Like a higher education. That's another thing like that. Why the hell are we doing that? Everybody should have a shot. Are you a legend? I got all your books. Wow, you're the one. Thank you. My kids thank you. They're way out of college. Thank God, because I can't sell books anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what to sell. And that's it. But now the what's going on in right, the internet is global. That's another important thing. So everything, we're all connected in the world. Man, since the internet, in the last 10 years, since I've been doing this business, man, I work with people all over the world. I know so much of the world now that I'll never have known. I don't know how to spell the countries I've been at or working with, around the world. Robert Posey is watching. Are you the actor from Washington? Is watching. Oh, June, hi. Dustin Dean is watching. Wow, we're getting some folks on Facebook. I don't know. Yeah, that's one thing I see as I get older. Man, I just forget names. I just keep forgetting a lot of stuff. So you got to be careful with me. Write it down, say it twice, and find out who's naughty or nice. But anyway, the news. I mean, that's what I like. And reporting, as opposed to the news that is, well, that's, we all have our biasness, the screaming at each other and everything. I don't learn anything. What I feel I learn if I get data about what's going on, or statistics. Because sure, liars could figure, but figures don't lie, right? So that's it. Now here's some things I picked up in the New York Times this morning. We usually get it online now because it's so expensive, but today we're in our apartment down in Washington, D.C., and so we cozy up with the paper and talk to each other about what we're reading in the paper. And these are the things that that I picked up today, just in today's paper. Okay, here, there's a new book out. It's called The Gifted Generation. Gifted Generation. This is a book review in the New York Times. Okay, now this is actually all about what happened in my generation. People in the 40s and 50s and whatever, after the war and everything. I mean, this is what it really is, promoting how these programs changed people. Because everybody was able to go to college next for free with the GI Bill. Everybody was able to buy a house, things like that. And that just boosts the economy. I mean, there's other people that say other things did it too, but that seems to be a major factor. I'm sure everything is debatable, and that's what I see. There's so many books I read about nonfiction books. I mean, everybody has a thesis, and it may be true some of the times, and that's what I feel it boils down to. Okay, here's the Peter Principle that was a long time ago, and the tipping point, whatever. But even if the tipping point, what is the tipping point? So 51% of the people do this. Well, that doesn't mean it's perfect for everybody. That just means 51%. It's not 100%. So there's still half the world are living another way. So that's right. But it's trends. What's going on? Because I think the most important thing in life is going with the river in a way. If the river's going one way, if the trends are, you got to make decisions in your life. I got to make decisions in my life. Okay, and there's ways to make decisions. You can make them in a way where the way the river is flowing. So you jump on the wave, and make decisions based on where it's going, then it's a lot easier, right? If you're making, okay, the river's going this way, and you say, no, I think it should be going that way, and you're going to go out and make decisions based on changing the flow of the river, wow! I mean, sure, it's possible. Anything is possible. And maybe you have, enough gumptions and talent and whatever to do that. God bless you. But it's certainly easier to go. So that's why you got to see where the trends are going. Like globalization, man, you can fight it, but it's going to happen, right? And the more you fight it, the more you can't use it. The more you can't understand it. This is reality. So how do you use that sucker? So it doesn't be all bad. You want to change. Change is probably one thing that we all hate. And that's what finds it. So here's what's going on. Listen to this piece of data, and this is from this book called The Gifted Generation. In terms of careers and income, children in the United States no longer do better than their parents, okay? So now we have the first time in the United States the new generation is doing worse than the previous generation. I mean, I grew up in the 50s. That was un-American. To think that your children did not do better. Maybe because, like my grandparents were immigrants, and you see immigrant families now in this country. They're still, I mean, I know a lot of immigrant Chinese and even Latina immigrants that are here, and they're working like hell, to have a better life for the children, so they get a college degree, even if they don't have them themselves or whatever. So they're working like hell, and that was the American. Everybody's children did better. But not anymore. And I think this is why people are so pissed off. You know, not only at 50 or 60 years old do you not have a job, don't have income, don't have, you know, retirement or whatever, your kids are doing worse. Your kids, you don't see your kids doing better. You know, so now this is the first generation that don't see their children doing better than they are. You know, so that must really hurt. You know, and that is, you know, as I say, to me that's been un-American. I knew about that years and years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and now it's just really settling in. Oh, I want to get an op-ed piece I read today too. Let's see. Yeah, there's a great graph, and I've seen this graph, and I'll probably show you hundreds of times before about this graph. And this is the wealth graph. Okay, wealth, again, I think I even mentioned this yesterday because I'm reading a book on it, is that all your assets, so you own a house, okay? So you own a house, and say the house is worth $300,000, okay? So now you own a mortgage of $200,000. That means your wealth is $100,000. It has nothing to do with your income, how much money you're making this month, this year, or whatever. And wealth has nothing to do with that at all. You know, it's your assets. Okay, now this is two graphs that show the bottom 90% versus the top 1% and where this graph is going. Your mortgage is paid. Well, that means your wealth. See, I don't know if you could tell. Oh, I gotta change this for Facebook to get it, so it doesn't look like they're reading it in a mirror. Come on, Wanda, help me, Wanda. Ah, there it is. Okay, well, let's do Facebook first. Okay, see, now here is, it starts down on this side about 1920. And see, the red line on top is the top 1%. On the bottom is the bottom 90%. So the top 1% was getting a lot more out of the economy than the bottom, okay? So the top 1%, this is the Gilded Age, you know, they had 50% of everything, all the wealth in America. And the bottom 90% total only owned about 20%. And then it evened out in like the 50s and so on. We did and then it got more even. You know, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, it got more even. Now here, in the year 2000, now the wealth, the rich people started taking more. And because now it's up to, they have about 40%. That's a top 1% own 40% of the wealth. And the bottom 90% own 27% of the wealth. Okay, now here's the graph again. Okay, this is way back in the Gilded Age, 1920. The red line is the top 1%. The bottom line is the bottom 90%. Then it converged. They both owned about the same. In other words, the top 1% owned as much wealth, total wealth, the accumulation of wealth, as the bottom 90%. And then the bottom 90% got more than the top 1%. You know, is that fair? Maybe. And then it went back the other way again, where the top 1% now owns about 40% of the wealth in America. So 1% of the people own 40% of the wealth. And then 27% of the people, then 90% of the people own 27% of the wealth. So that's let me get, where we're at now is 1% equals 40 and 90% equals 27%. Okay, so we have the wealth, 1% has 40% of the wealth, and 90% owns 27% of the wealth. Okay, so this is what has happened, and this just happened recently. It started going that way just in the year 2000. That's when it converged. Before that, the rich people were earning less. Had less than the total. This is the total 1% versus the total 90%. We're below it. Now they crossed over. That's what I can't see. All these rich people say, well, we're going to make other people rich by getting more money. You know, well, they've been doing that now for 15 years, and it doesn't seem to be working. So I don't know why, and that's what to me sort of the tax thing is more ado in that. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, now, okay, what else is going on like that? Okay, that you may want to know about. One is that working older. Man, I mean, like I'm 74, man. Well, I'm growing up, you retired at 62, went down in Florida and played golf for the rest of your life. And it never amazed me. I mean, it never amazed me. It did always amaze me. I don't mean that. I don't know why I'm saying that. And it just constantly amazes me how, you know, at least when I grew up, that people would retire to go play golf, which is something they're lousy at. You would retire at something you're lousy at to do for the rest of your life. Why would you do something you're lousy at for the rest of your life? Wouldn't you want to do something you're really good at? You know, that's what should life be about. I'm sorry, Periscope, I'm missing your questions. No, and you're actually Sunday morning. You guys are usually pretty active, and I want to take care of your questions, but I can't bring it up on my screen for some reason. PC. PSCP TV. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I get my other commercial. Okay. So retirement. Now this is an article today. Many people don't want to. Nothing to do with the R word. And this is a 95-year-old judge who said he's going to keep working till he dies. So retirement. Yeah. Now this is a. Okay, 95-year-old does don't work till they die, and this woman is 70-something years old, and she's a doctor. She said she's loving it. She cut down her hours, but I mean they have wonderful quotes. Let's see. Here, what? Okay, there are 1.5 million Americans over 75 that are still in paid work, according to a 2016 study. Yeah, I can do it in retirement. According to him, I could do it in retirement. Yes, see, that's what I feel. You could do anything in retirement. Then you don't have to worry about retirement. And also, I think you're having a more pleasant life because you're contributing, you're giving, your mind is there. Retire, this is a quote from this judge. He says, retire, I never thought of retiring, he declares. Judge Weinstein was first appointed to the bench over 50 years ago and still in the thick of the hot bottom issues in the criminal courts. He says, I'm a better judge in some respects than I was when I was younger. I don't remember names. That's me. I don't remember names. But I listen more, and I'm more compassionate. I see things from more angles. If you're doing interesting work, you want to continue. See, I think that's what life is about. And so many of us, at least growing up in this country, life was all about retiring as soon as you can and do nothing. You know, and that just seems like an early death. You know, we're here to give, we're here to participate and things like that. And I think people think that because most jobs are lousy. They're not doing what they want to do. Yeah, so that's the key. To me, if you want to retire, you got the wrong job. Because then if you got the right job, you don't want to retire, then man, you just keep doing it forever. And then you don't have to worry retirement, savings account, IRAs, all that kind of stuff. Because you're learning how to make income every day of your life. Yeah. Here's another one. The crash in 2008, debt burdens, decreasing income replacement rates, and the demise of the employer pensions are a few of the trends. So these are trends. These are what's happening to employers. This is why you can't find a good job, because there was a crash in 2008, debt burdens, everybody's in debt, decreasing income replacement rates, in other words, you can't make more income, and the demise of employer pensions. They're the crime. And have published a number of non-retirees so they push the number of non-retirees who are working to a big level. Weinstein, this is the judge, Weinstock, that's the doctor, said she expected that this trend will continue. No, I'm sorry, that's a statistician. So the statistician says that she expects this trend to continue for the next decade.
the Bureau of Labor Statistics says the labor force participation rate for 75 and older is now at 6%. Okay. In 2006, it's now 8% in 2016, and they say it'll be at 11% by 2026. So older people are working more. This is a trend, you know. So I think that, you know, and trends happen for reasons, you know. They don't, you know, just wake up someday and, oh, why does everybody do this, you know, on their own volition. No, it's the market forces. It is, you know, what do you call it? Oh, did I lose? No, I didn't. I think I just bumped something off. You know, it's what's going on in a macro level, like the whole economy, the whole global economy. What's going on there is affecting your life here. And see, to me, why it's good to understand that, or you don't have to understand it all. Nobody does. You know, everybody's guessing. They don't really know what works. I mean, things I suggest to you that work, I don't really know. I'm just guessing. You know, and using our brain, my brain, to see if there's any truth in that. And you go out and try it. Oh, no, Lesko's an asshole. And you go out and try something else. And that's what's interesting. But if you get a sense of what's going on the macro level, then you could find out sad when older have to work to pay rent. I don't know. I don't think that's really sad, because then they're contributing to society. Yeah. And it is sad because we promised them they don't have to, and they took shitty jobs, you know, and suffered through all this time, so they can retire, and now the game's changed. See, and that's the thing. We're all living too long. The game is going to change on you, and that's the only thing that's constant in life, is that you're going to experience change. That's the only thing certain, is change. Anything else you have in life is not certain. So the most certain thing in life is change. Screw all the other things. And nobody knows. My aunt is 96 and she owns 3 homes, and she runs assisted living facilities for the elderly. See, she's not only an old fart, she's helping old farts. See, and she's making money doing it. See what I mean? Now, why can't we all do that? You can. You just have to think that way somehow. You got to get all out of the old paradigm, as they call it. I'm not even sure what the hell that means. That word means, but I guess it's doing things that are most people are doing. So you got to shift your thinking, you know, about the world, about what's going on, what you can do, what you can contribute, what the opportunities are, and that's why I think all the old stuff, you know, doesn't work. You know, so why force it? You know, we're beating on a dead horse. I mean, what do they say? The sign of you know, being crazy is that you keep banging your head against the wall and you don't stop. You think you bang it harder, it's going to, you know, help. Here by fate, do you get YouTube money? Do I? No, give me some though. Nobody ever, you know, mean like those donation things. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have an account where they will do it, but nobody does. And that's why I'm also, besides educating, I want to show you what I do, you know, to help this. Okay, now I get a lot of talks on requests for real estate grants, people buying houses, fixing up houses, you know, and just like, you know, the aunt, Naima's aunt, who owns 3 homes and runs an assisted living center. Man, that's terrific. Let's interview her, Naima, and get her to inspire the rest of us old farts to get off our butt and do something, yeah. And then you have control. See, the more control you have of your life, whatever, the more secure you feel. It's just this insecurity that drives us. I mean, we all want, you know, appreciation and security. And there's one other bloody thing. I forget what the heck it is. Anyway, so that insecurity that drives a lot, that fear of having nothing, being broke, being, you know, homeless and whatever. And that's, it still drives me, even at my age, and I've done better than I ever thought I would in life. And it's still a motivator. So that's a human nature, you know, kind of thing. But you just learn to live with your disabilities or whatever it is. It's like a disability. Oh, they say my, oh gosh, no. No, okay, whew. Okay, I made, I did. Oh, no, there we are. You're live. Am I still live again? Oh, it picked it up? It did? I don't know. Yes, it did. Oh, wonderful. Okay, now my battery's running out. I think I plugged it in, but it doesn't really show that I did, so I'm not sure. So if I go out, I'll try to come right back. The camera is, oh gosh, no, I did go out. No, maybe not. Where am I? YouTuber, are you still there? Are you still there? Are you still there? Hi, Uncle Matt. Oh, are you a relative? Jeffy. Wow. Good to see a relative here. I got 4 kids, Jared, and a great idea I want to push on them. It seems impossible with the lack of knowledge, but you have so much that you make it seem possible. It is. Anything's possible. It's not easy. You know, that's the problem, is people think, well, and that's us hucksters, people like me selling something, you know, we have this impulsive urge to say how easy it is, but it's not. It's hard. But what I'm trying to get, hard is fun. Because if it's easy, then it's boring. You know, easy is boring. Would you like to play basketball against a 5-year-old? Easy, right? But boring, you know. So you don't want to do that. You want to see how good you are in life, you know. So get out of, you know, the blues, which is hard to get out of sometimes, especially if you're East European descent like I am. And get out and just try stuff. Anything you try is better than what you're doing now. Doesn't matter if it's right. You don't know if it's right. Nobody else, no expert knows if it's right. Nobody knows it's right. But you know it's better than what you're doing. So anything you do is better. So what the hell? Just do anything. Doesn't matter. You're going to learn from it. Yeah, that's what I find funding for a beauty store, supply store. I tried I guess that's crowdfunding. Well, okay, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You tried it. Okay, now think of why that didn't work and what can you change to make it work. Okay, so that means probably didn't have enough people come to your site. Okay, why didn't you have enough people come to your site? Probably because you don't know enough people. Because a lot of this starts with some grassroots that you already have touch with. Okay, so that didn't work. So how are you going to get to know people? Are you going to buy ads? No, because you have no idea if that works. So 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work, and you'll just piss away more money buying ads. Okay, what's a way to get people without buying ads? Okay. Okay, you have to get with somebody else who has people. Okay, you have a beauty shop. Okay, maybe you do a beauty shop for homeless people. Forget them to get you know, all the cosmetics for them to feel whole and beautiful and go out and get jobs or whatever and feel good. Okay, now you could work and now you have a story where you can go to the local press, media or whatever. Look what I'm doing. It's a beauty shop for homeless people. Homeless people get everything free out of this beauty shop. Yeah. And that's all you have. Now, who wouldn't want to write up that? So now people, hey, look at this neat lady's doing. You know, she's opened a beauty shop. She's going to give free things for homeless people. So why don't we help her do this? We need this. Man, we have millions and millions and millions of people homeless in this country. This is terrible. Richest country in the world, right? And we're going to make these richer people richer. But we won't give, you know, health care to kids who can't afford it, or help the homeless, or what, all these needs we have. And we keep, you know, wanting to make the rich people richer when those things that, you know, the graphs I show you, they're rich as hell already. And if they had ways to make money, they would have put it there. See, it's easier for them not to create a business and hire people. It's easier for them to make money by changing the law. Now, wouldn't you do that, taking a bunch of congressmen to dinner to make an extra $1 million than trying to figure out what works and hiring people and figuring out all this nonsense? No, who would do that when it's easier to change a law? Because you just take a couple of congressmen to dinner and they give you millions of dollars. Now that's easier than figuring out a business that really makes money. Yeah, so that's what's going on, I feel, in the tax thing. So, and this is making, you know, going to create jobs. I don't think any of us are going to live long enough, but I guess we're going to see, because this is going to happen, and they're going to get millions, and the rest of us have to pay for that millions because it's coming out of debt. So this is a credit card bill that our kids are going to get. So our kids now, who are living worse than we are, at least me, well, if you're a kid, then you're worse off than your parents as a nation, and now you're going to get another $1.5 trillion of debt you're going to have to pay for, besides your own college debt. Let me get to the topic at hand where they want to talk about. I put up 4 ways that you could find all the grants. What I do is research. I do research on alternative sources of money to do anything you want to do in life. And one thing I get a lot of questions at, and I do a lot of custom reports for real estate, buying a home, fixing up a home, being a real estate investor. Okay, that's still very popular because a lot of people make money, even presidents. And they did it with government programs. So I do research. I've been doing this for 40, 50 years, not 40, I guess. And I know where all these programs are. So to help you find out, you don't use Google. This is the last place you do. Do not search Google looking for grants for housing. That's the worst thing to do because all you're going to get is people are going to sell you money, or people like me are going to sell you something to say there's magic, and this is the thing you have to do. The first thing you want to do is something, I have a, it's called 5 Free. I have a free report. If you go to lesko.com/5free, and that's all small letters. lesko.com/5free, all in small letters. That's Lesko, Lesko.com small free. Okay, there you could download a report. This will take you and show you how to research the internet. This will show you places to go to start researching for grants or any other kind of free money places. Okay, this will show you the pitfalls of using Google to research for getting free money and help and anything. Do you have a nonprofit to get the grant? No, you don't have to be a nonprofit. Some grants you do, but no, you don't. So if you download that report, you will have enough there to help you start learning how to research yourself. See, to me, I want to teach everybody how to not use Google and how to use Google. I think 99, 44, 100% of the people who use Google to try to get help in their life are using it the wrong way. So this explains how to do it, what to be careful of, what not to do, what to do, special websites to go to get free money and help. That these websites will help you for free, to get the money and everything. So it's all the best starting places for researching the internet to get actually free money and help on anything. So that's the first thing. Okay, if you don't want to do all the research or you want a little more help than that, okay, now what I have at lesko.com/tutor, I have a real estate report that I go on the internet and show you step by step how to find real estate grants. And I take you through the whole process, how to find local grants, how to find state grants, how to find federal grants, okay? And I get you all that there, and I show you step by step how to do that. So you will see me. It's one of those things where I'm on the corner box telling you what I'm doing, and I'm actually researching the internet too to show you, okay? That's 1995, but I think I screwed up. I think it's, somebody put in only $9.95. So whatever it is, it should be $19.95. But if it's cheaper, buy that one. Don't worry. You're the guy from the commercials. I certainly am. Okay, so that's the thing. So you have the free report, 5 Free, where it teaches you how to find free money and help on the internet. The one for $19.95 shows you step by step how to do this kind of research. And then I have another report, a custom report, if you go to lesko.tutor again, and you'll see a customized report for $49.95 where I do all your research for you. So in case you're worrying about screwing it up, you're not good enough yet to do it yourself, I will do it for you. And that costs $49.95. And I can do it that cheaply only because I've done so many of these. And it doesn't take it much. And I do it myself personally. I'm going to do that research for you. And it takes me 2 weeks to do that research. So you have, and then I have a fourth one here. you can skip all those, or after you get my report, or after you try or whatever, you could call me at lesko.com/talk, T-A-L-K, and for $1 a minute, I go over, I'll help you, I'll hold your hand, well, I can't, metaphorically speaking, hold your hand. So that's lesko.com/talk. So you have 4 ways now of getting every single grant that's available for real estate, whether you want to buy houses, fix up houses, whether you want to do it as a business, as an individual, or a nonprofit, however you want to do it. Right here, the first one for free shows you how to start doing the research yourself, okay? Start learning the system. Teaches you the important things you have to know about doing research online and what's good and bad about Google, and not following in the trap, because you put in housing grants or home grants, you'll get 100 million websites, okay? And none of them will be a grant. Maybe they will be, but you'll never find them, because out of the 100 million, 99 million are people trying to sell you something. So that's what Google is about, trying to sell you something, because that's how they survive. They sell ads. And if people aren't making money off those ads, they don't buy ads anymore, and Google goes out of business. So Google only stays in business if they could get you to buy something from their advertisers. Then they stay in business and grow business, okay? So that's very important. And so that's the first thing. Learn how to deal with Google. The next thing, okay, is the 1995 I have a housing step-by-step for finding this. It's like how to find $10,000 to buy or fix up a home. And that's a video, showing you how to search this topic on the internet, okay? So you don't get 150,000 million, websites that are just trying to sell you something. Okay, the third thing is me doing the research for you. I'll do all your research. I'll send you a report. It'll be like 150 pages. It'll have over 100 and some, money programs in there from the federal, state, every program from the federal, state, local, county, city, nonprofit organization, and even the internet. Now there's so much money on the internet in crowdfunding and shared economy to help you become a real estate investor. People are getting $1 million just on the internet to become real estate investors. I show you how to do all of that too. So not only government, but internet grants, or that's money. It's people to find investors, to find money and stuff like that for real estate, or even just money to fix up your house. All that is in that report. And then I have talk. So you could talk to me. You go to this website, lesko.com/talk, and all these are small letters. I have capitals here just to make you know what I'm saying. But they're all small, so small letters. You go there and just choose a time that's good for you, and it's probably good for me. And if it's not, I send you back some other times that may be more suitable, and we talk together on the phone. And then I send you websites and everything you need to get what you need. So that's another way to do it. So that's why there's 4, count them, oh, that's 8. 4 ways to get every single grant available for housing or to become a real estate investor. And I don't think anybody knows it the way I do, but I hate saying that, because I know, if you just saw me the first time, you'd call me an asshole for saying that about myself. But I've been doing this for 40 years and I haven't run into anybody. Okay. Love your work. Looking forward to receiving SE Relocate for Business report. Great. Okay. Any other questions? How about... any Periscope folks, you have a question at all? Any Periscope questions? Because you guys are usually pretty talkative Sunday mornings, you like it. Good, thank you. Hope it helped. That's the important thing. Okay, lesko.com, and then all those other things that are on the side. Rescue farm, nice. Is that animal? Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff for animal. Love you. I just love you. You make my day every time. Oh, thank you. God, see, you make me laugh. You say you. I rescue animals. Good for you. Great work. They need help because they can't email us or text us their problems. We got to see them and help them out. Yeah, and actually, they could teach you so much about life. I never had a pet as a child. I had some now because I had kids and they wanted. My wife always had pets. And what I find I just love every time to see you make me laugh. Thank you. What I love about pets is they also help you about life. How they live life, to see, and how they die. I mean, how natural death is. We've made some hocus pocus out of this, I remember years ago, still alive. Yes, I'm still alive. I hope to be here about 20 more years at least, and still doing the same stuff. I can't think of any other better way yet. If you could think of a better way I could contribute, give it a shot. Thank you for what your job knowledge is half the battle. Yes, and it's really desire. And that's what I hope I could help you find the desire to find out. We all have to find our own answers. So what I hope is I find you little guides and tips and whatever for you to help find the answer that's right for you. It's different for all of us. And that's why no one could tell you what to do in life except you. I could give you some options to try to see how that fits in. But you're the final decision. It's only you that can decide what you should be doing in life. And anybody else who tries to tell you what to do in life, to me, that's immoral. They don't even know what the hell they do with their own lives. We all struggle. So nobody should do that. They should just help you do whatever you think you should do in life and see how that works out. It doesn't, then you keep redefining and refining. Redefine and refine. That's what life is about. Keep hanging in because they keep changing the rules on you all the time. So as soon as you learn something, the rules change. Okay, guys. See you soon. Thank you.